Everybody, the reason I've taken you here today is because this is in my neighborhood. This is a spot that I used to go to with my friends. We would bike here and we would catch frogs and turtles and all kinds of things here. But if you look at it now, it's dried up. The water level used to be up around this level up here, but if you look at this area here, it's obviously dried up. There's no water. It's moist, but it's not like it used to be. You'd have to go way down that way to even find water. And even where there is water, there's not a lot of it. It's just like algae and swampy. So that's why I wanted to take you here, because when you think of the Northeast, I live in Poughkeepsie, New York, you don't really think of climate change having an effect on drying up ponds and all that. But if you look right here, it's obvious that it is a thing. But I'm going to take you to another spot which has, kind of the opposite effect due to climate change. All right, so this is the second spot I wanted to take you to. This is the Hudson River. If you caught my first video from week 1 about our intro to Anthropocene, this is the river I spoke of here in Poughkeepsie, New York. It's the river that has been polluted. It's been dumped in. PCB levels are high in it. The fish then have PCBs in them, and they're not safe to eat. But that's not why I brought you here today. I brought you here because I'm going to talk about something that's the opposite of what I talked about at the pond. Here we have a rising sea level in the river, and it's risen quite a bit in the last couple decades, but it's projected that in the next 30 or so years it could rise as much as 30 inches. A lot could be affected from a 30-inch rise in sea level. If you look around, right back here, you'll have to come over here. We have a nice restaurant down here right on the water. It's called the Ice House. 30 inches, that's a little bit over 2 feet. That would affect that would destroy that place. It would not be able to be used. You look over here, here's a little map of the river in Poughkeepsie. We have a lot of waterfront establishments here that would be affected by a rise in sea level. On the other side of the river, we have a major railroad that carries a lot of important goods that would be underwater. And then on this side of the river, we have the Metro North Railroad, which carries passengers all the way from Albany down to New York City. So there's a lot that would be affected by rise in sea level here. To tie things together, these were two different ways that climate change has played an effect in my local area. The drying up of the pond is witnessing a loss of an ecosystem, and the rising sea level is in turn going to affect local infrastructure. So these are just the effects that I've witnessed in my 26 years of living here in Poughkeepsie. So I feel as though our job as educators is just to raise awareness to climate change to our students, and show them that it's not just about rising temperatures and melting ice caps. It can affect your local area. So it's very important to raise awareness as an educator.